Well, we're back.
We are back.
I'd like to keep you on your toes. Just dealing with a few heat and power related issues here at the track. Good evening to Dave Bowman, first to make it to the new stream. We might change streams every couple of hours, you never know, just keep you guessing. But anyway, thanks for joining us again. We are back. Apologies for leaving you high and dry.
Yeah. Most especially apologies to our heroes like David. Thanks for finding us so quickly. You win. First comment. So the heat number 5, group 5 out. Ah, there we go. Jim Thompson is our who finished second. He'll know his way around the track because that's the guy who's running it. Innovate Racing, hello. How are you? Innovate. Thanks for finding us again on the new live broadcast. So we do apologize for the technical hitches. It's kind of it's a normal thing because every track that we go to is just a bit different. And there's always some little issues here or there that we're trying to sort out.
And it's just practice.
Yeah.
For everyone, including the internet.
Yeah. David says, a real hero comments first. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. So there's our pit lane. Mechanics ready. And like I said, look at all the mechanics who are out. And there's one of them that has a headset on that I can see. It's group 6. That means there's, group 7. Jim Thompson. Oh, Jim is in, what? Jim was just on the results. Oh, that is the previous heat's results. So this is group 7. It's coming out. Why does that say?
6 is coming out. 5 is just completed, if they're doing them in order.
Yeah, there must be. But Jim...
There we go, 6 just reloaded. So that's group 6.
Yeah, but it showed Jim... So is the Live RC out of date? Because that says group 6. Jim is there.
Yeah. Well...
And is that Mike Craddock in car 11 in this one?
Let's see.
It is Mike Craddock. I think refresh on the hnmc.liverc.com/results to view the heat sheet. But it seems like it's a bit out of date according to what is on the live results that we've got on the screen, which is first time I've ever seen that. So I don't know what's happening quite, but there's our names of the drivers who are on the out on track right now, and we'll see who Jim has picked up in this first group of, well, everyone's out on their second lap now. Well, no, first lap apparently. No one's crossed over. Yeah, so yeah. So they went out, but then it takes about 50 or so seconds to finish the lap and start their first lap across the timing loop. So this is the first lap for everybody that's out there. So you'll start to see the names move around on the live timing. Coming over the double-double. Around the brick section, down the straight, into the carousel. And of course, I just completely forgot to even look at what car this is. So coming around the S's and over the green jumps. This is car 1 of Michael Shorey, which is the correct name that's on it. Jim was in the previous group, so I guess he was just moved. I don't know. it seems like Jim Thompson may be the one who is the one driver who's kind of like listed on the heat sheet, but not actually in the correct heat. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. We'll figure it out. So heat 6 out on track. A 9-minute run, and everyone trying to get their fastest 3 consecutive laps is Michael going through that very, like a hard chicane, and now into the S. Oh, there, I forgot. There's little bits of wood there just before the chicane, this S bit. So that's the 1 car of Michael trying to chase down the car 2 of, is that Philippe? Yeah. So these cars, I think it's in the order of 2 and 1 at the moment. Over the back tabletop into, I'm not sure what to call that. That's probably the biggest jump, or maybe one of the 2 biggest jumps on the track. These 2 really shouldn't be, just let, stop fighting. You're only, this is only practice still. It's not qualifying. There you go. Just come in and have a break. Have a sip of tea. Or get refueled. And there we go. There's the pit exit. Brand new pit exit as well. Into the, I mean, that's like a bus stop chicane. Might be the name for that. There's the wooden bit. Where that car landed just now. Those are wooden like stakes or something like that, just laid across the ground. Very, very slippy when it's wet. And we'll see plenty of that tomorrow. So hopefully the marshals have their ice cleats on. Yeah, let's follow a different car now. So is this the, it's still the car 2. It's fine. Philippe going down the main straight. Not pitting in. So again, 3 fast laps. There's the bus stop chicane. And around this section, a little too tight, Jim. There's the S's. And then coming straight towards our camera. That's one of the other biggest jump on the, oh, that's a terrible attempt at cutting the track. I mean, valiant, but terrible. The back tabletop, not quite a table, it's sort of a table. That's an actual, almost a tabletop. Double, not a great landing off of that, but getting that, wow, that the second car behind, trying to go super fast. So again, this is one of those things, because I would say you need to treat this potentially just a tiny bit more important than qualifying. Obviously, everyone wants to go fast. You know, like I always say, racers going to race, but you need to be a bit smart about it, because if you're trying like super hard to get past the car in front, or even worse, if you're trying to run defensive lines to keep cars behind you, that just slows you both down. And you know, you're not really going to be worried about what the car behind you is, where they end up in qualifying. It's for you, it's more important where you end up. So just let them go. And now you can see this car. Look at the number of cars that comes past us here. It's the car 8 of Guillaume Marechal. I'm going to be terrible. Oh, getting it thrown about in the loose stuff there. Over the big Reds jump. And again, that's possibly the biggest jump on the track. That back, the one that just went over the tabletop landing area. The other one that's I don't think it's almost as big, but it's just not as big. Is the first jump coming off of the AstroTurf jump. This one right here. Whee! So some good air off of that, but it's not quite as big air as that tabletop landing jump. We'll try to come up with a name for it somewhere along the way. Maybe the TKR jump there, just because there's a TKR banner. So we do want to thank EFRA for having us here at the 2025 40-plus Nitro Buggy Euros. Thank you very much for all our viewers who are joined us. Let's see who else is here. Morning, guys from California. Is Adrian Bertin racing this weekend? No, he's not. I don't think he races anymore. Let's see if we can find car number 10. Well, no, I think we're a race late for that one. Unless Guillaume is Irish, which doesn't sound quite like an Irishman. No, Colin Whelan. What? Oh, no, I'm looking at position 10. Colin Whelan, so car 10. You stick with wherever you're at, Jim, and we'll see. I'll try to find car 10 when he comes past us. Of Colin from Ireland. Just the first of the two cars coming past us. There we go, with the yellow wing. Here's Colin Whelan from Ireland. No pressure, Colin. You just have several dozen people watching you. Coming around the S's into the AstroTurf jumps. There's a little, tipped it over. Got caught out there with the landing. The wheels turned and tipped him over. So over the double, over the tabletop into the steamroller section. Over the back Reds jump. The TKR tabletop. If we're going to have named sponsor sections, we need to have a section for the Ielasi, who is Ielasi Tuned, is our prime sponsor this weekend, and that's the run over. Look at that! Look at the size of the berm going into the pit lane there. It's amazing. You see this street art on the front of the pit lane. HNMC, Herts Nitro Model Club. It's been here for quite some time. Here's our pit lane. So there's our finishing order. You can see where everyone finished. Mike Craddock in car 11 finishing 11th. It's a fair amount of Brits in there. Mick, but it says Mike. Okay. Question for Mick then. Innovate Racings. Can you please follow my dad in heat number 1? His name's Nathan. So we'll try to remember, but drop us a reminder in heat number 10, please. John Hurley saying, been watching since 8 a.m. in North Carolina. And yes, I agree. The guy in California is up way early in the morning. That's 8 hours behind us. So that is quite some time. This is, what is it? It's like 6:30 in the morning there at the moment. And yes, Lutok, the carousel is made out of cement. So that's one of the reasons why I call it the carousel. The other is, I do want to ask how, if people are going full speed into that. Obviously, there is going to be some braking, but you're going to be able to carry a lot of speed coming out of that. And Clubhouse is watching us from New York. So thank you to everyone who's watching us from all around the world. We have U.S. Virgin Islands. We have the West Coast. We have the East Coast of the USA. We have Australia. Obviously, potentially Italy. Elliot Boots popped into the chat. Diego Castaneda saying, checking in from Costa Rica, 7:30 in the morning here. Wow. And Lutok, a track with 5 different surfaces. Exactly. That is one of the reasons why I call this track the Nürburgring of off-road RC. We have brick block paving. We have, obviously, we have the high packed dirt, hard packed dirt. We have AstroTurf. We have wooden boards, and we have well, not smooth concrete. I would say it's fairly heavily textured concrete. 5 different track surfaces in one track. It's amazing. So let us know what sort of surfaces your track runs, whether it's all one surface or a couple different surfaces. Jim Thompson trying to get out there and trying to rescue a car that he is mechanicking for. Dub Rider saying, afternoon peeps, checking in from the UK. Nice to see a local race, exactly. It's very nice to have a relatively late trip. It was still early in the morning, so I had to wake up early. But not as early as we normally do to catch a flight from Gatwick or Stansted or anything like that, like we usually do. A nice drive down the A1 and down to Stevenage, down to Hertfordshire. Blue Talk saying, a track like that here in the U.S. would take a few millions to get built. Wow, a million. Wow, well, if you're a millionaire, yeah, why not? Why not have an RC track in your back garden or somewhere in the woods? Aiden Burke saying, oh my gosh, it's Mick Butler in the pits. Exactly, it is Mick Butler in the pits. He's out there. We'll focus on the track for a bit though. Oh, big crash going into the bus stop chicane, and still running though. It's okay. I think it's car 6. Or maybe the 12 of Steve, car 12, Steve Shakespeare, William Shakespeare's great-grandson. I'm kidding, I have no idea. But in this one we got Niels Lindbuck, Gary Gluck, Gary Gregory, Barkley Abernethy, Chris Smith, Jonathan Wolf, Andre Kuchenbecker, Alex Page, Nathan McLaughlin, Emiliano Carlesi, Robert Cockcroft, Vincent Tialdi, and Steve Shakespeare. And coming towards us on the green.
I don't see the issue.
12. We're still with Steve. Coming into the roller section. Over the Reds jump. Now I need a little bit more speed there, Steve, to make that landing zone. I mean, who am I to give any sort of tips on this? The extent of my racing tips is about do more laps than the other guys. That's about it. Going into the bus stop now, over this little mini kicker. It's very handy to have the white strips painted onto the dirt so the drivers can see the angles of the track. I'm assuming this morning they did at least one lap track walk. I still need to find out what the dark lines are made of, because flame out for Steve. Going to get picked up by a Marshall and then just set on the side of the road. Let the that is Jim Thompson getting back out there again. So what car is this now? Car number 5 of Andre Kuchenbacher, upside down. As I think it's the car 1 just went past. Now we have 4 cars all gathered together again. Stick with this white car and the other car just behind. See what these guys, if they drive smart or just drive like racers. Oh, a little bit too much throttle there. Now the landing off of that big jump, where the white car had that bad landing, that's a wooden garden stakes basically. So it's very, very slick. That's the only wooden section on the track. But you can see as we zoom out there, oh, good landing there actually. Coming over the AstroTurf double, and then over the brick section, over the double-double, which is, this is all hard-packed dirt there. And then this section just there, that's more bricks. More bricks, more bricks, more bricks. Hardpack dirt again. And then the concrete carousel into that first turn. You see there's even like park benches at the top for some good viewing area. And there's the wooden bits there, just past Marsher Point 3. So it's, yeah, like we were saying before, 5 different track surfaces in one lap, which is, I'm pretty sure, is very unique. I think we've seen at the ferrying track, which we've been to quite often, we have smooth sort of patio paving, hardpack dirt, AstroTurf. There's rubber mats in some areas, like for the landing zones, and a couple of the hairpin, like chicane turns. But still, that's only 4 surfaces. So it's very unique here at the Herts Nitro Model Car Club. Matt's on Wasp collection duty once again. Sound effects and all. All right, let's head back to the live chat. We did have a request to follow a particular car in, let me see, car number 1. I think yeah, we are on car number 1 at the moment. Car number Nils Lindbeck in heat 7. I think Nils is, oh, well, that's car number 1. Okay, so we've taken care of 2 follow requests already. S. Cullen in the live chat saying, check out Bad MCC in Northern Ireland, which is multi-surface. John Hurley asks, what does everyone think about the nitro fuel hazmat ordeal? They act like it will spontaneously combust, yet we ship lipos everywhere with no fees. Let's see. It must be a U.S. thing. Lutok commenting that the hazmat deal came out of California. Just wait until they claim it causes cancer. Well, I'm pretty sure the fumes aren't healthy for you. I've seen more lipo fires in the past 5 years and never seen a nitro fire in 15 years. I think I'm going to hazard a guess that's because there's a lot more dodgy lipos out there, and also you can't see the flames from nitromethane fires. But yeah, possibly lipos being more dangerous, maybe. What heat is JQ in? We don't know. He might be in a particular heat, but we haven't seen him.
I think he's in a bar in London somewhere. Last time I saw.
Yeah. Nitro's like diesel, needs compression. But I have seen a nitro car catch on fire before, and the flames are literally invisible. So, but that was many, many years ago. But still, it was. It does happen. Probably not all that often, but I don't know.
I mean, it's invisible, so people don't see it very
often. Yeah, I mean, that's... yeah.
These might be on fire now, for all we know. It's invisible.
Invisible flames.
.net.
InvisibleJQ.net.
Yeah. Sadly, at this point in time, yes.
Pop onto his Instagram and ask him like what heat he's in. I'm sure he doesn't know. Let's see. He's not 9, and he's scheduled to be in heat 10, but time will tell. So that was heat 7. Heat 8, as Monday follows on from Friday, is next. Exactly. It's meant to make you think, Matt. So the next one, we've got Christophe Fournette, Virgil Laurent, Ryan Donovan, one of our heroes. So the very first car we're going to follow, Jim, is car number 3 of Ryan Donovan. Winston Barnett, Colin Brennan, Dan Hancock, David Rose. Okay, here's the good one. Ratajcik Rafal. Ratajcik? Bruno Jasmine, Barry Carolan, Francois Neroni. Okay, that's a good one. Is he French or is he Italian? And Michael Riviere.
And we'll be back after this.
Were you air guitaring along?
I was.
I was.
We're rocking out here in the studio. I've got a right sweat on now.
double drum kits even.
And who were we celebrating whilst doing that? The EFRA associate members.
Yeah.
We've got Ashley Patterson, mechanicking
Mechanicking.
for car number 12.
Just down there in the blue hat. Trucker hats, the way to go this weekend. You can get your RC Racing TV trucker hat on rcracingtv.com/collections. Or you can get a Flex Fit hat, or you can get a flat bill hat with gold bill, like Ryan Donovan is wearing this weekend. Or you can get a snapback hat with the RCTV embroidered logo as well. So many selections of hats. And we're back on the moving camera. First car is coming towards. Oh, bad crash for one of the cars. Is not broken, but going okay. Yeah, where's the car 3? Or car 3 of Ryan. So we'll follow Ryan for a little bit because, as far as I know, at the moment we don't have any other follow requests. What car is he running? That's the car 7. Stick with that one though, Jim. And car 3. Is he out there? I believe he's out there. This is supremely exciting. Okay, so he's the next car going into the roller section, Jim. The red and yellowy car? No, the roller section. Now he's going over the big tabletop. I think that's the one. No, it's car 4. That one there. The middle of these 3 cars is Ryan Donovan, one of our RCTV heroes. He's trying to get past. Like I said, racers gonna race. That's what they do. Let's see who. Any in the chat. And Ian JJ Ford is asking, why, can I ask? That's very good phraseology there. You had the Buggy Euros on a couple of weeks ago, yet now you're having oldies with their own event. Why can't they all be okay at the same event, I think is what you're asking. Okay, we have a couple of other requests here. So we'll let Ryan go. And no, we're going to look for the car 2 next. We're going to try and get smoother with these the follow requests and stuff like that, because we have a car 2 and then also another car request to follow.
Is the in the middle of the track going towards
The roller
just
section?
doing a
Okay, coming
Yellow
across.
body in the far corner, going through the hairpin now.
Okay, I think
That's the
we've
one.
got him. Is that the one? So the reason why we made an immediate switch to the car number 2 of Virgil here is because Fabian Dobat, who is one of our RCTV heroes, has made a request. So one of the perks of being an RCTV hero is that you get priority follow requests. But also, Ryan Donovan is also a hero, and Ryan, who is the first car that we're following out, so you get priority follows, but also follow requests. So Ryan can actually double up on that and say, hey, can you follow? He can pop into the live chat or pop into the studio here because he's physically here. And pop in the studio and say, hey, can you follow car whatever of whoever? Probably John Hazelwood, who's in the last heat. And we'll say, sure, Ryan, we'll do that because not only are you a hero, you're wearing one of our brand new hats. The what did you call it? The Messy Birds hat.
Pesky birds.
Pesky birds.
and the whole team refused to wear them, and we're a bit sniffy about them. And I can tell you now, as a tastemaker and a trendsetter myself, they are the top selling cap of all time on our website. Not by the team who offer them for free, they won't wear them, but people who want to pay, they buy them.
Well, I this weekend, because it's warm, I'm repping the camo trucker hat. Jim is repping the snapback hat, which is another relatively new one. Okay, so car number 2 we followed for a little while. Car number 5 is another follow request, not from a hero, but actually car number 5 of Colin, unfortunately, Morgan Kling, who made that request. Car number 5 of Colin is not out there. So we can't follow car number 5, unfortunately. Neil Burdes, UK RC Sim Racers, saying, Art Rye is on track now. Follow him. Rye. Oh yeah. No, we were following Ryan. He was the very first car that we did follow. So yes, just making that clear. He is showing as is that red? Has he not come across the track in a little while? Or? Yeah, he's showing as red. Oh no, he's just crossed now. Okay, so he's fine. One of the cool things for this season of RCTV is that we've got the progress meter underneath each driver's name. So if you know, that kind of helps us to know where a car is physically on track. But it's pretty handy. And Lutak saying, sounds like when my grandfather used to be at the stadium watching a football match with his AM radio listening to the commentators. I mean, I'll take that as a good thing. But to go back to the question of Ian JJ4 saying we did have the Buggy Euros a couple of weeks ago, and massive congratulations to David Ronefalk for getting his 4th Euros win. The second on that same track, but still his 4th Euros win. We did have the Buggy Euros, but now we have a 40-plus Euros. It's just this is meant to be like a casual race. I mean, there's a spec tire that everyone has to use. Everyone is on the same tire, wet or dry. And there's also, and this is literally in the EFRA handbook rules, there is a bar at the track. So serving adult beverages of your choice. But yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool, isn't it? So it's meant to be a much more casual event than a Euros, which we saw earlier, a few weeks ago in Barcelos. But the Euros, they do have a 40-plus race, which that's purely an exhibition race. There's also a junior race, again, purely a exhibition race. And confusingly, I think it was it Noah Ben Mohammed that won the junior championship because he was the top, well, whoever it was, won the junior championship because they were the highest rated or the highest finishing junior racer. So I believe it's under 16. But there is a junior final that they were also allowed to race in, and they were on the podium in both of those events, I think, or something like that. I can't remember. It's mildly confusing, and to be fair, I posted the wrong photo on the EFRA Facebook page, congratulating them about it. So yes, it is a little bit confusing, but there is an official junior championship. The junior race doesn't factor into that. It's purely an exhibition race. The 40-plus race at the Euros, again, purely an exhibition race. This is the 40-plus official European Championship. Car number 1 of Christopher. Let's see, we only have a little tiny bit of time remaining. If they're early in the lap, we will try to follow them. Let's see where the car number 1. Okay, Jim. Yellow wing car going towards the roller section. They're doing the last half of the lap, going over the big jump just for the Reds banner, into the hairpin. We're on the car number 1. There we go. So unfortunately, yes, sorry, Morgan. We missed following Colin for you, but we are following the car number 1. Oh, and he's flamed out of fuel. So 9 minutes. Couldn't make 9 minutes. That's actually closer to 10 because basically you come out of the pits, there's a 50-second lap, and then your time starts. So you need to be able to make 10 minutes for these controlled practice runs. Well, technically, you only need to make 3 laps in a row. But for qualifying, I believe qualifying is going to be 9 minutes. So you need to be able to make 10 minutes on a tank of fuel. This is a long lap. So I think qualifying, we're going to see some drivers struggle. That first lap, they're going to go around, creeping around on half throttle. Someone in technical inspection is very eager about something. So yeah, first lap, it's not a timed lap because when you come out of the pit lane, of the pit exit, you're not going to be, you see the pit exit there. You have a 50-second lap to do, and that's at race. And there's Ryan with his hat. We meant to show him. Jim, can you just scroll down? Just scroll down. Tilt down, just dolly down, and there you go. There's one of our new hats that Matt is massively proud of, that Ryan actually paid good money for. Ryan, of course, running the Nemo buggy. Many of the drivers here are running Nemo, actually. I mean, pretty much based in the UK, but they do have growing teams in France and other countries. There we go. Ryan, make sure and scroll back. Someone message Ryan back and tell him that we featured him after his there you go, putting on the Razor sunglasses. And now we're back out for heat 9, so 1 heat away from the top heat. So this race featuring William White, Breaking Bad himself, David Gibson, Mick Townsend, Wayne Buckhorn, Dave Bailey, Dave Shedd, Julian Latanzio, Christopher Grimes, Matt Grimes, Anthony Williams, Sebastian Sully, and Peter Van Tonder. And it looks like the names all seem to match up with what's on the timing there on screen.
I think you mean Walter White, but anyway.
There is that. Yeah, Breaking Bad's brother. Sorry.
Raceway 1.
What? Right. Okay. All right. So if we have any follow requests for this heat, I know we're going to have a bunch probably for the next one, because the next heat we've got many names that people will recognize. Graham Allsop, John Hazelwood, Neil Cragg, celebrating his 100th BRCA Nationals win. Amazing. Lee Martin, who, by his own admission, literally left the Associated team just so he can have a chance at beating Neil at his own game. We've got Darren Hayden Ball, also Jerome Sotel, JQ, Joseph Quagrain. He's supposed to be in the final heat, but he's not. We don't know. And Kev Brunston. They're all in Heat 10, but we are following, what is this, white car? All white car, look at that. I mean, everybody's on white wheels, but this car has a white body and a white wing as well. Car number 2 of David Gibson. Let's stick with this all-white car for a bit. Going into the roller section, because there's a roller there. The big jump, the bigger jump with the tabletop landing, not getting a great landing there. The Astro double onto the brick section, and then the double-double. And here's the finishing section, all brick, all brick, all brick. And then back onto the dirt there. Into the concrete carousel, going into the bus stop chicane. It's not Spa, it's the Nürburgring of RC off-road tracks. And that's wooden stakes there for the landings. I actually went so fast, actually leapt right over the wooden stakes. And then back on that brick section there, there's 3 sort of corners of the track that use that brick section. It's a very large brick section. And actually in the bricks themselves, it actually says Herts HMRC, I believe is what it says, spelt out in the bricks. You can just see the letters there. There we go. Yeah, so we're with Dave Gibson, currently running 3rd. Should we put this in, Matt? Should we put this in the timing to show the 3 consecutive lap thing for the second controlled practice run? Because it's controlled practice, right? If we have things sorted enough to have another browser tab open at some point. Let's see what's happening in the live chat. If we have any follow requests. Car number 1, please, from S. Cullen. So that car number 1 is William White. We'll see. It's not the all-white car that we've been following. I'll stay with this car here, unless this is the one already. It is the one. Good eye, Jim. Running almost the old-school Ongaro paint scheme, the yellow and blue. And like I said, everyone running white wheels this weekend because everyone's on a spec tire. So the 40-plus Euros, the only Nitro Buggy European Championship to run a spec tire. Everyone on the same tire, wet or dry, no matter what the... obviously, tire manufacturers got together and decided, I guess, I'm assuming there were various bids and stuff like that put in, who would be the tire supplier, and then the supplier or the local club racers helping determine what would be the best tire for the track. But it is one of the unique features of the EFRA 40-plus Euros in recent years to have a spec tire. So everyone on the same tire. So this is not what you'll see at the Euro A Championships, which is the one in Barcelos that we recently featured. That's open tire, so everyone runs whatever tires they wish. Now William doing the smart thing there, letting the slightly faster car go through, concentrating on his own laps. A little bit overeager on some of these jumps. A little bit wild. Maybe the clutch is coming in a bit early or late, because it seems to be just like tail happy coming out of the jumps, coming out of the turns. Mal Richardson saying, how good does that new track layout look? I love that every time we come here, it's different. I assume the HNMC change it every year. I've been coming here the last 2-3 years for the enduro race, which is always good fun, good laugh. And yeah, it does change every year, just a bit. And this year it's changed a lot, which is great to see. Obviously, they put in tons of work. All the track barriers are new. There's a new referee stand, section of the driver stand, which we'll see at the end of this race in 2.5 minutes. and you can tell that they put in a lot of love and a lot of work, and of course a lot of money gone into improving the track, and not just this track, the 10th scale track as well. I need to have a look at the Basher track also at the end of the day. But yeah, definitely. Peter Edern saying, we need a proposal that 40 plus must use yellow wheels as we all age, and it truly helps point definition on the track. All the cool old men know this. Thomas Kitchen saying, good morning, fellas. Doing a great job as usual. Thank you very much, Thomas. What was the spec tire that was chosen? I don't know the exact model of tire, but Jetco is the brand name. Actually, if you go on the EFRA.ws webpage and go to race information and race calendar, click through to that. There is information there about the exact spec tire that was chosen. Obviously, it's a pre-glued tire, but it is from the Jetco manufacturing. Jetco, one of the many club sponsors that you'll see cycling through the that you'll see around the track. So William White, a popular choice for the, oh, and getting it all wrong there in the bus stop chicane, but still going on the last lap. So hopefully William here, who's on camera, that was not me that did that. That was all of you who requested to follow William. So if he watches back his laps, that was not a commentator curse. But William on the final lap here. Well, it's 10 seconds. I don't think he's going to make. He's still going to. He's got one more lap to go still. Wow. So is he going to be able. The lap times are like 50 seconds or. Oh, and still getting it wrong in that bus stop chicane. Everyone's on their last lap now. He crossed that finish line with about like 2.5, at most 2.5 seconds to go. I think it was more like 1.5. But hopefully he doesn't flame out. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter for controlled practice, but for qualifying, absolutely critical. You don't want to miss out a lap. We did see that happen to one of the cars that we were following. And William White coming over the final bit of brick paving there, and there's the finishing line. And into the pits. Good stuff. And there's the cars getting collected. So Niblet RC saying hi and good luck to all. Hope the weather holds up. Same here. Thank you very much. Hello to yourself. Good luck to everyone. I'm assuming that includes us as well. And hope the weather holds up. That also applies to us as well, because who knows what the weather's going to be like tomorrow at this time. And Jim, if you could just tilt the camera to the right a bit. Not tilt, that's a joke, but just pan the camera just very slightly right there. A little tiny bit more. There we go, that's perfect, like that. So yeah, you can see the rostrum. Of course, the club has organized all those banners across the front of the driver's stand and the rostrum. Those are all custom made by the club. So I'm sure those will be up there for years and years. Something for the club to be proud of, to be hosting the 40 plus Euros. Of course, on the officially, weirdly, it says the Euro plus 40. We just call it the 40 plus. and some people in EFRA just call it the oldies race. So, but this one here, next group up, are going to be some very familiar names, and I did run through some of them already. So in this one, in car 1, we've got Morten Fortmuller, Graham Alsop. So we don't see Graham at the Euros pretty much ever. He's one of these British racers that only runs in the UK because I'm very certain that he's not a full-time racer. He's on the level of a pro racer, but he's not a full-time racer. He's got a day job. John Hazelwood, who runs the Nemo and Agama racing team, he's out there on track as well. Neil Cragg, like I said earlier, celebrating his 100th BRCA UK Nationals win, which is amazing. He is out there, and we celebrated his win in the latest episode of RCTV News. You catch that in between the runs here. Latest episode of news out a couple days ago. Got Lee Martin, another UK legend, another multiple European champion, just like Neil. Simon Willits, Simon Reeves, Jochen Weissner, Darren Hayden Ball, Jerome Sartel from France, running Associated this year. Joseph Quagrain, who is, I'm pretty sure, not going to be in this one. And Kev Brunsden in this one as well. So we're hoping the internet catches up with...
Yeah, they're still in order.
Oh, yeah.
It's still fine. It's just spaced out.
Yeah.
They're just spaced out.
Yeah. I mean, we can blame JQ for that, can't
There's invisible drivers in between.
Invisible speed drivers doing the invisible thing.
It's the data. It's just not presented how we would normally present it.
Yeah. So, of course, we are going to follow some of these drivers as well. Starting with Graham Alsop. Well, actually, who's this? Let's see who this is first. This is, I think it's car 3 of John Hayes. No, it's car 5 of Dave. One of the Daves. Let's see what car number Graham is. Stay with this car, Jim, and I'll find the car number 2, who is actually, he's going into the roller section now. The last of the 2 cars going over the big jump just in front of the Reds banner. Got pink on his white and pink with the black wing. There we go, there's Sloppy. And if you're unfamiliar with Graham, Sloppy is literally what he goes by. His missus, his wife, I think. Oh no, they're going into the pits. His wife right there, who's pitting for him, she literally has Mrs. Sloppy on the back of her shirt. And you're not misreading her top wrong. This is an HB. Graham, one of the top drivers running an HB in the UK. He has been for years, actually. So we'll follow Sloppy for a bit because we hardly ever get to see him on camera, to be honest. I think this is literally the first time I've ever seen him on track. Going around the hairpin. Oh, the big jump. Whoa, and getting that wrong, but doing the champion's roll. Coming around the big concrete turn over the double-double. And of course, I mean, the interesting thing is here, I'm sure Graham has been to this track many, many times before, like all of the UK racers, but this is very likely his first time, not literally his first laps on the track, but this is his first visit to this track on this layout. So the track will be mostly new for him. So into the roller section. Ooh, getting a bit bouncy there for the back end. Yeah, we do apologize for the gap in the timing. It's weird to us as well. So we're working on it though. And Fabian Dobat, one of our heroes, again asking, can you film car number 10, please, of Jerome Sartel? So let's see. Jerome Sartell, stay with Sloppy Jim, and I'll see if I can find the car number 10, unless you find him, unless you know exactly where he is. You stay with the car that we're on. Graham making another little mistake. These little mistakes don't matter. It's only control practice. 3 consecutive fast lap are what counts in these. Okay, so Jerome is the next car going down. There we go. The Pink Panther, running the pink body shell, white tires, white wheels, I should say, just like everybody. Yeah, everybody running white wheels because, as I've said before, handout spec tires, I should say, this weekend for the 40+ Euros. And I'm sure we can look forward to some really good racing this weekend. Really good racing. I mean, many of the same racers that we're familiar with. Just, and you know, the level of racing that we can expect from former, you know, European A finalists and World's A finalists, but just with a bit more gray and an on-site bar. And Dave Bauman saying, JQ not practicing. Shame on him. Shame ding, shame ding. Game of Thrones reference there for Matt, because I'm sure he's watched that. I mean, he knows. So this here's the Pink Panther, Jerome Sartell. I believe he's, well, probably the top French associated representative, but probably also the French team manager. Shane Smith replying to one of our previous comments from Ian saying, why not have a separate 40+ Euros? To do it this way, it's probably a more enjoyable event at a different track, exactly, for the oldies. And believe it or not, there is actually a 50+ race as well. So that, again, that's not a European championship. That will just be an exhibition race. And yes, the drivers that participate in that, if you finish top 3, you get a little trophy board thing as a memento. But it's not, you know, it's you know, it's a European championship. Yes, it's all EFRA, but you know, it's meant to be a much more casual and fun-based event. I mean, the fact that a bar serving adult beverages is literally written into the rules for the 40+ events should tell you all you need to know. Ooh, we got some clumping action now. 4 cars all together. Jerome, oh, getting it through there. Look at the big jump. Little strenuous, but it works. Everyone ended up, or stayed on their wheels, I should say. Oh, getting it. Oh, Jerome. Yep, not wanting to miss a lap. Yo, yeah, very good point, Chris. Can we get a minute of Craggy or Leary? Who's Leary? I imagine that must be Lee. Let's, Leroy Jenkins. Okay. Car number 4. Where's car 4 of Neil Cragg? Completely have forgotten about him. There's only half a minute left. Jeez. Where's Neil? We'll definitely follow these guys in the next control practice 2. I don't see car 4 of Neil just yet. He's got to be in this group about to come over the line. But he's not. Car 4 or 5 of Neil or Lee. Either one of them will be great. Oh, there's, okay, so Lee is about to go into the roller section now, Jim. There we go. That's perfect. That is Lee Martin. We do apologize. Just rambling on, but this is how many times? 3-time European champion Lee Martin in 10th buggy, and we'll see if we can find car 4 of Neil, as he's got to be one of these cars coming across at some point. Try and find car 4, Jim. He's Or is he already finished? He must have, sorry, he must have already come in. And Donald Duck, quack quack, in the live chat says, "Woo, Nitro and a bar sounds like a plan." We do agree. And it's not just beer, should I say. It's cider as well. So that's what I'd be having. Thank you. Ah, there's the Skull Dingadonger. Right there, walking underneath the camera right now, the pit cam. Neil finishing with 7 laps, but doing his, let me see, how is this counting it? I'm assuming that's counting it, I don't know. Because obviously he was out of, not sure how exactly that's counting it. But okay, so that was the fastest guys. What's happening now? Everyone's kind of like looking around, wondering where they're meant to be going. Is there a break? I don't think there's a break. 3. Okay, so we're running a few minutes behind. Control Practice 2, Round 1, or Group 1, is meant to be out on track at 3:23. So everyone's a bit early. So I think everyone that just went out on track, they're kind of all looking around going, are we meant to be out here yet? They're not. So there is a little bit of a break, I believe. We're running... well, we're roughly on time. But there's about 8 minutes in between the end, scheduled between the end of Group 10 and the start of Group 1 for Control Practice 2. So just a very rapid rundown of what you, if you're just joining us, what you might have missed this morning was free practice rounds 1, 2, and 3. There's 10 groups of racers in each round, and there's 11 or 12 racers in each group. So it's roughly 115, 120 racers. And they had 3 rounds of free practice this morning, and then a lunch break, and then the controlled practice, which we just finished the first round of. The controlled practice is what counts for qualifying. The controlled practice, racers are looking for their fastest 3 consecutive laps, not your fastest overall time over 9 minutes, fastest 3 consecutive laps only. And that's why the finishing orders look a bit weird, because some drivers with 7 laps are finishing rated ahead of some drivers with 10 or 11 laps. So those drivers got just 3 consecutive laps faster than the other drivers that they're ahead of. That's all. No biggie. And then the second round of control practice is about to kick off. And it looks like we're about 7 minutes away from that, if I'm doing my math properly. So control practice 2, Group 1, they are on the track officially in about 7 minutes. And I believe, Matt, we're going to record the opening ceremony? And that's what we'll do. With our minds. So yeah, we won't record the team manager meeting, which is due to kick off at 6 p.m. Because no one really wants to watch that. But the opening ceremony, much more enjoyable.
Popovich makes an error. Marcus Karup is through.
Now it's a four-way battle.
And Ben's on the inside. He's got him.
I love RCTV News.
There's RC in the background.
We're here. Hi, everybody. There he is.
This is mine.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
So we are here at ETS round number 3 of season 17.
Davide Ongaro, associated European champion, and didn't he deserve it?
Bruno Coelho is your champion.
Today, mamma mia, super happy.
It's like a real now. It's like a real.
On him now, we got the green car on. Now it's a four-way battle.
Poleman is being run back to the pit, so Poleman is going to miss the start.
Oh no!
Hatler's going with Ben. Ben and Hatler right together now on the last time.
And Ben's on the inside. He's got him. Fantastic display of driving from these two drivers who have pretty much carved up the touring car world between them this year. Clubl made an error. So Clubl makes an error. Marcus Karup is through.
To take the most amazing European Championship. That is absolutely unbelievable.
Mark Reinhard takes the European Championship.
Yeah, it had to be a while, man. Waiting for it a long time again.
And crossing the finish line for the last time, Dario Balestre is our 2024 European champion.
As always, another title.
Dario Balestre got to stop and go on the penultimate lap. Still hang on to the lead there and take the win. The four-wheel drive European champion for large scale,
Van Helmen.
And the winner, your European champion, is Juan Carlos Canas. Davide Ongaro, associated European champion, and didn't he deserve it?
Bruno Coelho is your champion. Michael Olowski then comes across the line to win the European Championship. All right, there's some some of the fabulous highlights that we've had in the previous EFRA racing season. Some really, really good, amazing moments, fantastic racing all across Europe. We're happy to bring those to you this week, brought to you by not just EFRA, but also Iolasi Tuned, and also several of the sponsors organized by the Herts Nitro Model Club. So thank you to all of them. We've just been informed that tomorrow's racing schedule will be updated from 10 groups of racers to 9. And the time schedule will be changed a bit because we are expecting a fair amount of weather tomorrow. And by that I mean rain. So be sure and if you're watching and you're paying rapt attention to who is out on track and when they are going, make sure and check that out so you know when they're going to be out on track. So we're going from 10 groups of racers to 9. So coming straight towards us, we have any... Can we get Alan again, please, guys? So Alan is in car number 3. So we'll have a look for car number 3. Some cars getting their crashes in early. It's possibly the best time to do it. Maybe a little bit of a knock to the ego or confidence. But probably better to get the crashes out of your way. Just get the crashes out of your system. Do a couple of flips. Car 3 is just headed towards. There we go. We've already got him. Towards the roller section now. Oh, and over and again. That's okay. It's all right. Okay, well, maybe, yeah. So this is all on you. All of these crashes, all on you, Sean. Alan can give you the blame for any of these mistakes, because that's how it works, right? If you're if you know people are watching, you can always blame the people who are watching. Into the bus stop seems to go okay. Into this double apex left. Into the S's. That's Sean doing the face palm emoji. This is all you. All you. So while we finish up this lap with Alan, let's see if we can find car 6 of Chris Reeves. Chris, somewhere out in the early part of the lap, so soon to come across the green bit, the big AstroTurf jumps. Car 6. What is car 6? Hopefully it's not this. No, it's not the red one. Car 6 is the yellow car with the clear wing going into the roller section. There we go. Jim's already on him. Oh, and over again. That's your fault, Zach. Over the big jump. And then over the bigger jump. Yeah, it's okay landing. Need a bit more acceleration coming off of that, out of that turn. Over the double-double. And that's a good thing. If you're unsure, I mean, for many of these drivers now into the pits, of course, it's not something you're going to want to do in qualifying, because if you have to pit during qualifying, it means you're going to be, what, 10, 20, 30 seconds down? Maybe not that long, but maybe 10 or 15 seconds. But I don't know. I don't know how many of some of these drivers are going to be able to do a full 10 minutes around. So this here is the car 6 of Chris Reeves. Sorry, is it Reeves? I know it's Zach Reeves who asked for him, but yeah, it is Chris Reeves. So is this brother, uncle, son, dad, granddad, grandson? One of those options? Sean saying, I'm saying nothing next time. It's potentially the smart thing to do, but you know, it's always nice to have a couple of laps of your car going around the track. I mean, no one can do a perfect lap. So, you know, it's it's just a funny thing to laugh about. It's all. We're not doing it to be mean. Going into the roller section now is Chris. Oh, and over again, a little bit. I don't know. Just a bad landing and then steering on the rebound. Zach saying, "I'm the sun." I think we had this question before, actually, in the first round of control practice. So, maybe Zach, maybe if you, are you good at tuning? Maybe you can tell your dad. Give your dad some either driving and or setup tips to get around the track just a bit smoother. Getting tied up there with the that other car. And again, we've got a couple of cars not starting this one. There's Craig Homer and Neil Kapoor. We have seeding 1 results already. We'll run through that really quick for you guys. And again, 3 consecutive laps. Fastest 3 consecutive laps done by Graham Alsop with 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Jerome Sartell coming in second with 2 minutes 11. Lee Martin and then Neil Cragg. And then Zacharias Villalba Nilsson, Simon Reeves, Kev Brunsden, Simon Willits, David Gibson, and John Hazelwood. That's the top 10 after the first round of controlled practice. Again, this is not qualifying. This is not for the TQ or pole position or anything like that. This is purely for qualifying. So what would happen was, if the results stay like that, and who knows if they will or not, qualifying, I believe it's going to be, I think it's going to be split up between, is it 20 or 30? I think with this number of racers, it's probably going to be split up across the top 2 heats. Will be split up, so we'll have, if it is like that, it will be Graham Alsop in say, the final heat, and then Jerome Sartell will be in the heat previous, but Graham will have 3rd place driver Lee, and 5th place driver Zacharias, 7th place driver Kev, and so on in his heat. And then Jerome will have 4th place driver Neil, 6th place driver Simon Reeves, 8th place driver Simon Willits, and so on in his heat. And that's dependent on the number of drivers who are in all of the qualifiers. Now you can download and read through the EFRA handbook on your own, if you wish, to get the exact details on how that is all laid out. But that's roughly how it will go. So they don't just cram all 10 fastest drivers into one heat and expect them to have a smooth qualifying. They are split up and spread around. So it's actually the top 20 racers are spread across. Now at the Euros, we see that I think it's because the number of drivers that are at the A Euros, which is what we had in Barcelos a few weeks ago. That would be the top 30, or yeah, the top 3 groups are basically feature, I think, the 15 fastest racers, and they'll be spread across those 3 groups, so 5, 5, and 5. And then they'll be mixed around with other drivers who are seeded lower than them. Roughly how it works. So it's the idea being that you don't just throw all the fastest guys into one heat. They're spread around. So who are we following at the moment? This yellow buggy with the clear wing. There's a few clear wings out there. Chris Reeves still. Let's find another car. Jim, I don't think we have any other follow requests. We've been following Chris for quite a while. And we're on the car 1. Or should it be Peter Resurrection? Final lap now. Time has expired, so this is final few corners for Peter. The size of the bollard going into the pits there, it's a huge barrier scale-wise. So there we go. Thank you for everyone who's joining us. We are live from Hertfordshire in the United Kingdom, in the heart of England, not far from Stevenage, if you look for us on Google Maps. We are here at the EFRA 1/8 Buggy 40 Plus European Championship. So this is the official European Championships. And just to clear up confusion, because we have had this question come up already multiple times, this is the official European Championships. If you'll remember, at the Euro A and the Euro, I think even the Euro Bs, they have a 40 plus and a junior final. This is the official 40 plus. The 40 plus at those events are just, I mean, they do count. You do get a trophy if you finish on the podium, but it is it's an exhibition race, so it's kind of there to fill in the gaps between the semifinals and the main final, so that drivers have a chance to repair their cars and, you know, do all the stuff that they need to do to prep for the main final. It used to be, I think it used to be like a parents race or a mechanics race or something like that, but then that means that the mechanics are of the A finalist drivers are using the cars that are about to appear in the A final, and you know, when you're driving someone else's car, you don't care for it quite as much as if it were your car that were about to go into the main final. Chris Horsley saying St. Evenage. I suppose, is that a local thing? I'm not sure, but yeah, Stevenage. If you follow Formula One and Lewis Hamilton, it is yes, it is the city where Lewis Hamilton grew up. So we have seen Nicholas Hamilton at this track before, and Lewis has been spotted coming down. Obviously, you know, kind of wherever Lewis goes, tends to be a maelstrom of looky-loos. So Remy, the first one to cross the timing loop, but also making a mistake and getting a bit crossed up into that bus stop chicane. So he's going to have a slow lap this time. But there's plenty. I think they're going to do, what is it, about 10 or 11 laps, depending on you know, mistakes and overall speed and such. But 10 or 11 laps, and as long as you can do 3 of those clean, quick as you can, without any mistakes, that's all you need to do. So if you make a mistake like that, let's see what car this is actually. This is the car 3 of Mark Hinton. So we'll stick with Mark here as we're going through the roller section. Across the back jump. Oh, so it's a couple of mistakes, which is fine. And another mistake. Again, fine, because he made a mistake earlier in the lap. So just concentrate, just cross the loop and do a clean lap. And if you can do that, now he's going into the pits. Okay, so now this is going to be a slow lap, because now he's crossed the timing loop and a mistake in the pits. And you watch this mechanic do a refuel and out into the pit exit, into the carousel, straight into the carousel. So now again, so this lap is going to have to be, you kind of settle down. Hopefully your mechanic or whoever's on the either half of the racers seem to not be wearing headsets. So, but no matter what, if your mechanic, whether your mechanic is below you or on the headset with you, just saying, okay, look, just calm down, just take it easy, just go as slow as you need. Let this car pass you, ideally, because then you're not trying to hold them behind you. Well, they made a mistake now, so it's fine. Stick with the green and white car. So we're following Mark. It's going over the double-double. Now, ideally, he's settled down. He's calmed himself. He's going to take a breath. You're going to cross the lap now. Now we just need one lap. One clean lap. That's all you need to do. And then the next time you cross the line, do another clean lap. That's all good. And then do another clean lap. And then those are your 3 laps. There you go. That's all you need to do. All right, let's find another car, Jim. We'll leave Mark to... oh, not that one. Zoom out a bit, maybe. One of these cars. There we go. The purpley and white car into the carousel. And I think that is Tumas. I'm not sure. And he's made a mistake in the carousel. Okay, that's entirely Jim's fault because he picked this car. Is that? No, it's a car 11 of Dave Langridge. Big air coming off of that jump. Get tipped over there, but at least in front of the marshal. And Marshall puts him on the correct side of the track. Good. Okay, into the roller section now, over the table. That's the only true tabletop that we've got on the track. This one here is kind of a tabletop, but it's a bit of a slopey sort of landing zone, and that is a tabletop, but you have it's more of a landing zone of the jump before. So, and that's one of the two big jumps on track. So we have one true tabletop, I would say. Okay, so Dave going into the pit. So let's pick on another car, Jim. Got 3 minutes and 40 something seconds left. That's not Dave again, so we're okay. Let's stick with, let's see, get the number. I think it's car 1 of Craig Russell. And that landing zone there that he's bouncing off of, that's wooden stakes laid across the track. So they're like kind of a rumble strip. I'd like to see that more of like before a jump instead of being the landing zone, but that's how the track is laid out. And there's the big jump and then the landing. So ideally you want to be landing past the white line on that tabletop landing where it's flat. Double double. A little step up. And then back onto this brick section there. You got 3 goes on the brick section every time you do a lap. And it's concrete there. Coming over the AstroTurf jumps. That's the other of the 2 big jumps on track. There's not many doubles on the track, but that was one just there before the roller section. Bus stop chicane. Call it that because it's a very, very slow chicane. That's a chicane that you absolutely cannot miss. You can't. There's no quick line around it. You're brought to an absolute halt. And then whee over the big jump. So brick section, part 1. And there's a tabletop into the roller section. You see the steamroller top. It's not a steamroller, but it's not a traction. Oh, and he's gone off the track. It's stuck in the fence. Got the zoom of doom. There we go. And then, yeah, a little bit too much throttle coming off of that big jump. But I suppose it's the feeling. Maybe feels he's not getting good traction coming out of that hairpin. 1 minute remaining. Oh, and another mistake going into the bus stop. All right, so I didn't even mention the brick sections the last time. So you could see that all that at the bottom of the screen just there was there's a huge brick section, just all brick paving block. Now, if you live in the UK, you'll be very familiar with that, with driveways and patios, stuff like that. And then back onto the brick section again there. So it's used 3 times during the lap, and again here at the end of the lap. So it's one of these sorts of tricky sections where it's kind of up to you whether you drift it around or you kind of tiptoe so you don't wear out the edges of the lugs on your tires. So this is the final lap for everybody. The horn has sounded, time has ended. Cam Felton saying, "Afternoon, everybody." Hello, Cam. We'll be seeing you soon in Halifax. He says, could you please follow Craig Russell? Please card number 1 in this heat. Well, I believe we already, yeah, we were just now. So yes, we beat you to the punch, but we would have, you can see, if you're in the live chat, you can see the RCTV logo next to Cam Felton Media. His name there, his name's in green as well. He's one of our RCTV heroes. So if you want to know what is the deal with that, you can click the join button, or you can listen to me for the next 10 seconds or so. Basically, you get a discount on RCTV merch on rcracingtv.com. You also get priority follow requests, and you also get obviously your logo and your highlighted name and some other cool stuff on the live stream. So make sure and check out the if you want to support us like literally directly, click the join button and you can join the RC Racing TV heroes. TW in the live chat saying, go Kuchenbecker, old men have fun. So you can see this is our pit lane cam. This is the pit lane. More and more drivers starting to wear the headsets as we move onward. I can only imagine it's because they're the drivers that not just race frequently. I imagine everyone here races regularly, but more and more drivers who are have a bit more available funds to get those headsets. They're not cheap, but they are very handy because you can talk directly to your driver without having to scream up, whether it's 10 or 15 feet past, trying to make yourself sound loud enough among 10 or 15 other people who are screaming up and down at each other. And obviously all the engines. So there's plenty happening in the pits always, but those headsets do really help. All right, so let's see who Jim has picked up. Who's our first, I don't want to say victim, who's our first star? This green and white car with the white wing looks very nice actually. On camera, very striking. Number 5. We don't actually have the timing happening. Timing is not working for some reason. But car number 5 is Paul Fitzpatrick. So we'll stay with Paul. This white wing. It really works with the. I know people. There's just like this debate. Yellow wheels making you faster, or white wheels, whatever. Me, I'm still preferential to the spoked wheels, but hardly anyone makes spoked wheels. But yeah, I mean, with a white wing, I suppose there will be cars here with yellow wings, and obviously there won't be any cars here with yellow wings and yellow wheels as Paul goes upside down just ahead of the brick section. So. Into the bus. Oh, you can see why that bus stop is giving a lot of people. That's a tricky section, I must say. That is a tricky section because you have to brake really hard for it. So as you come over the jump, that little, it's barely even a kicker. It's just like a gentle ramp. But then you're braking. And then so suddenly you're braking and turning and landing and you get caught out. It's got to be so easy to make a mistake there. Once we get some drivers in here to chat to, I'm going to have to confirm that is a trick. That's a really good landing there, though. That was good acceleration coming off. So someone's got their suspension and clutch settings set just right. Clutch and clutch engagement and stuff like that are certainly going to be one of the prime things that you're going to have to be careful of if you're trying to get into Nitro Buggy. I know there's a lot of people who are more used to electric and e-buggy and all that, but as we're watching well, there's not a lot of action in the pit lane just yet, but there will be, I'm sure. Let's see what's happening in the hairpin. Not quite all kicking off, but still don't know what's happening with the live time. We do apologize for that. That's not on our end. It is also locked up basically on the liverc.com. If you want the live timing for future reference, because it is not working at the moment, hnmc.liverc, that's liverc.com/live/scoring. That is the proper full official live timing, but it is not working at the moment. So it's still showing, I suppose it's the results from the previous heat. But so it's not working for liverc, so it's not working for us. So we do apologize on behalf of liverc. But there's the action. I mean, the local. So we do have a timing board, like a light up red LED lighting board that does show the current order. So car number 2 currently in the lead. And again, that's over 3 consecutive laps. So that would be Daniel, no, this will be heat 3. That'll be Heike Gekier, who was pretty quick last time, if I remember right. And then we have Andrew Beaumont currently in 2nd, and car 11 in 3rd. That is Dave Blakely. 4th is car 10 of Fernando Cabrera Salado. Is that right? No, 5th is Andrea. 4th is car 5 of Pascal Braun. Then we have car 9 and 8, that's Holger Enoch and Chris Willett. 6 and 3 are next, Mark McDonnell and Darren Moon. That is positions 8 and 9. Car 1 of Mark Gardner is in 10th position at the moment. So our mechanics at the moment kicking back a bit. You can see, there's some coaching, there's some spotting going on. You see the gentleman just above the mechanic with the big wide brim hat. He's got a headset on and coaching, well, not coaching his driver, but potentially just letting them be aware of hazards out on the track, meaning stop cars or crash cars or something like that. We have a mechanic. Got a broken car. I missed what car that is. Yeah, that's like a broken car. Wow. Okay. That's a shame. I didn't catch the car. I think that it was one of the cars that we tried to watch earlier in the run. And they're mechanicking another car, the blue and white car. Didn't catch the car number though. So I'm trying to check. Not seeing the live timing, still not working online. So I do apologize for that. There's plenty of you watching, but okay, so let's see who we have picked up here with Jim. is the car number 1 of Mark Gardner. Currently, not running in the top 10, unfortunately, at the moment, but we'll stick with him. Going through the S's. Over the AstroTurf jumps. Oh, a bad landing there on that big jump. Oh, and that threw him off kilter, out of sequence. What am I thinking of? Out of rhythm. Engine seemed to be. Oh yeah, he's running. So the marshals are not obligated to pick up the car if you're just revving your engine while it's upside down. So Marshall doing the what I would say is the correct thing there. Be upset, but don't just grab the throttle. And then, if you're not grabbing throttle and the engine is just revving its head off, then you got other problems. So the tone is sounded. This is the final lap for everybody. So we're following Mark, finishing off his run. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't know. I can tell you I'll give you the top 3 when it's all complete and the run is finished. But like I said, I'm dependent on the timing board that's next to Jim, our cameraman, up in the Tower of Heat. So let's see. We still have cars 2, 7, and 11 in positions 1, 2, and 3, and that is Heike Gekier. Car 7 of Andrew Beaumont is second, and 11 is Dave Blakely. Then we have a little bit of a shift around. Car 5 is in position 4, and that is Pascal Brown. 10 of Fernando Cabrera Salado is in 5th. 9, 8, and 6 are positions 6, 7, and 8. So that is in 6th place, the car 9 of Holger Enoch. And the 8 car of Chris Willett is 7th, or finished 7th. Finishing 8th is Chris Willett. And then it was car 3 of Darren Moon. And in 10th position, car 4 of John Dungan. Unfortunately, Mark Gardner not finishing in the top 10, who we were following. So I don't know where he actually finished, but we got him on camera anyway. So if you're a friend of Mark's, drop him a line and send him a WhatsApp or a text or whatever, Snap or whatever it is you kids do nowadays, and let him know that he was on RC Racing TV for a little bit. And if you have someone that you'd like us to follow, let us know the heat number, ideally 1 heat ahead of time. So that gives us time to have a look at the live chat. And let us know the car number and name, ideally, if you can. Thank you very much. So thank you for joining us. We're here from the Herts Nitro Model Club. Enjoying a nice cold caffeinated beverage, thanks to Jim and the team here. Very rare that we are treated like royalty. That was just a sample of the amazing action that took place in Barcelos, Portugal few weeks back for the EFRA Euro A Championship, which is kind of its official full title. Now, why is it called the A Championship? Well, it's because there's so many drivers that want to do the European Championship for Nitro Buggy that they actually have a B Championship. And that's why, well, we covered that, I believe it was last year from Sachs. We co-covered it with the iCar live streaming team. And yeah, so there's an EFRA A Championship, which David Rodefalk won, and there's an EFRA B Championship, which last year, David Todd Nieto from Spain, well, Northern Ireland or Spain, your choice, who won. Previous winners of that include Juan Carlos Canas, Remy Bermudez, and a bunch of other drivers that you'll be familiar with. You will have heard their names many, many times. And the B Championship, just so you know, is not available to drivers who have finished in the A final, I think, of any European Championship for the previous 15 years or something like that. And if you finished in the top 30, I believe, of the Euro A Championship. So it's not just, you know, like you're not going to find like Davide Ongaro running at the B Euros. He'll be there, but he'll be helping people. He'll be, you know, helping either his own brand teammates, his associated teammates, etc. So, yeah, the B Euros, basically, that is where you're going to find the stars of that are going to be the future European champions. So, on to the Heat 4, I believe. We still are waiting for timing to return, but I believe we are on Heat 4. So yes, we are on Heat 4. So this is Kostas Agrafiotis, Mike Williams, Mark Millward, Etienne Chiron, Andrew Rennick, Frederick Kling, James Heesum, Benjamin Dutek, Chris Proctor, Stuart Smith, and Jurgen Perrault. 11 drivers in this one. Now, again, we have 10 groups today, but tomorrow we're going to drop down to 9 because they're going to be compressing things. We're also going to change around the time schedule a little bit. This is the car. I just missed the car number, but let's see if I can. It's the car 7 of James Heesum. So James Heesum is going to give us a little tour of the track, starting with the brick paving area and the timing loop right there. And there's the main straight, also the pit straight. The concrete carousel, the very tricky bus stop chicane, which has a funky little kicker jump going into it. There's the landing zone of the wooden rumble strips there. And then the AstroTurf jumps. Oh, and getting it wrong in there. I think that's a pretty tricky angled jump. You know, it's not straight in line with all of the other AstroTurf jumps. That's the only true tabletop on the track right there. There's the roller section, as we're calling it. Big jump at the back. And then this is the biggest, possibly the biggest, if you get it right. That he didn't quite get that right. That's the biggest jump there. And then the AstroTurf double, the double, and then a little kicker up here onto the brick driveway once again. And into the pits. So here we can see some pit lane action. Here's our pit cam. You see some pitting happening. And back out on the track around the carousel. Now you can see that funky bus stop chicane is so tricky. That's got to be so hard. Because you're coming into it off of the fast carousel, which is all concrete. There's just tons of traction coming off of that because everyone's on these little Jetco mini pins. Jetco being the spec tire for the week. Okay, that's not a good landing there, but luckily, right in front of the marshal, and he's able to step out from behind his protective barrier. Yeah, that bus stop chicane section is very tricky for these drivers. I imagine it's probably the trickiest point on the track. We've seen so many mistakes going into that. So you see here, full speed, and then braking for the you have to brake like right after you land off of that little kicker jump, the little ramp that just pops you up just a bit. And then you have you cannot avoid that chicane. That's why I call it the bus stop. It's like the old bus stop, at Spa. And it looks like we have timing back. 3 minutes remaining in this one. Costas leading. We don't have progress meters on everyone but Costas at the moment, but I think we might start getting that back soon as drivers cross the line. Yeah, there we go. And so we're expecting, just so you're aware, we've got, let's see here. In this particular group, I'm not calling it a heat because it's not a qualifier, but we've got a 58 and a half second lap, which is a very, very slow lap. The normal laps are about 49 to 51 seconds. Etienne Chiron in the car 4, we'll try to pick up him for the last couple of minutes actually, because he's leading at the minute because Costas had a couple of really slow laps, 48 and a 50. But Etienne with a 47, Costas had a 58 and a 50. Etienne has a 47.5. I think he's nearly just at the end. He's in this group of cars. It's just coming underneath our camera position. In the car 4, sorry, Jim. I didn't give you the number. I think it's that middle car. The first of these 3 cars, just going into the bus stop, I think is Etienne. But we'll stick with whoever it is. The orange and white car. Move forward one. That one. There we go. There we go. It's the car 9. So we'll just follow this car 9. Which is Chris Proctor. Over the bricks. A little bit too far there. Which of course threw off the rhythm for the tabletop. The big jump. Decent there. And a good landing as well. And then a little bit double. Just like tiddling on the throttle. And then tiptoeing around here, good acceleration there. So just under a minute remaining now. So another 2 laps for Chris. And we'll keep following him around. Oh. That was a fantastic recovery. I mean, pure luck. But the car in front, I can't see the number from here, but the car in front, wow. What a crash. And then landing on the wheels and just carrying on like nothing happened. And that's the car 11 of Jürgen Perrault, I believe, from Austria. It might be Poland, actually. There is no Poland team manager. That's what I overheard Carlos saying that, but I think it's Poland, not Austria. So cars being directed into the pits now. See our pit lanes, cars coming in. So you can see the screen there to the just above the mechanic in the red. That's a huge timing screen. So the last couple of control practice runs, none of those mechanics down there had any sort of timing whatsoever, just like we didn't on the broadcast here. So we do apologize for that, but not our fault. The technical issues are never our fault anyway. So okay. Tom Robin. Is that Tom Robin? Tom Robin? Tom Robin. Hello, can you follow Benjamin Detouche? I think, yeah, I'm sorry, Tom. Didn't see your message there in time. We do ask, and I'm not faulting you at all, Tom. I'm just saying, in general, we do ask if you do have someone that you'd like us to follow, try to let us know at least, ideally, one run before. So that way, if we don't see your comment come up immediately, we at least have 5 to 10 minutes to review things, because we are looking at all sorts of screens and everything. So just give us a little bit of time. Give us, ideally, the run before. Let us know, the name and or the number of the driver that you'd like us to follow. Jan Eichhorn saying, "Hi guys, good to have you back." Well, thank you. Is this hopefully you're a regular viewer and we're on your living room screen again or something, or you're referring to this is the second broadcast of the day. But yeah, we have been back for a little while. We had some issues about a half hour into the first attempt that we had. But we're back. Yes, 2 goes and we're all good. All right, so we are getting set for. But Tom, just so you know, Tom Roban will try to follow car 8 of Benjamin. Well, it's the second run of practice, isn't it? Well, we'll try to remember him for tomorrow for qualifying. There's 9 groups of qualifying tomorrow, so we'll try to remember his name for tomorrow. So cars out on track. Here's our hairpin cam. We're due to see quite a bit about. You can see how flat that landing is. It's not a tabletop at all. It's just a very long landing zone for that jump that's just in front of the Reds banner there. Reds, one of the many local sponsors that the Herts Nitro Model Club sorted out for the weekend. Elossi Tuned is basically our title sponsor for the weekend. So thank you very much to Daniele and Sabrina for helping us bring you this coverage. If you're looking for quality hand-tuned and hand-fettled engines, I do like that term, look for Elossi Tuned World Championship motors, just for racers. Right, so in this one, we've got 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Oh, and Jim has picked up these 2 cars. Are a little contretemps together. Is that a thing? Is that the correct usage of that term? I'm not sure. It's just vaguely French. Car number 1, Neil Daunt, is who we are with. Stick with this, and we'll follow this green and purple car with the black wing. It's very what's the car? Who's the band? It's not purple and black would be like Ozzy Osbourne, but what would be green and purple? Kind of almost Halloween colors. Obviously very distinctive. There's the hairpin coming over probably the biggest jump on the track. Very short acceleration zone though, so it's not a gigantic jump, but it certainly provides a good amount of air. So we do have a follow request of car 8. 2 people asking for car 8 of Enders Pesu. The man with 2 left knees, apparently. Car number 8. Okay, where is he at? I think this might be him. Yes, Jim's already picked him up. Fantastic. Going through the bus stop into the double apex left turn. A Red Wing. Wow, okay. The only car with a red wing that we've seen so far that I've noticed. Oh, and ooh, wheeling. That's the first time we've seen that happen. That's an interesting one. So Anders getting a unique crash there, but at least the marshal's right there for some immediate help on track. Goes Anders through our hairpin cam. Not a good jump there, though. A little bit. Oh, as you lost steering. Needs to get that lap. And into the pits. Let's see if we can diagnose from afar. Pit lane cam. Zoom and enhance. Oh, it's not voice activated, sorry. Okay, well, let's find someone else to follow. Sorry about that, Anders, but you can blame Morgan Kling and Mickey Willison for that one. I'm not sure what you gotta tell us what the 2 left knees means, Mickey. That was car 8, I believe, that we were following. Anders is listed as car. Oh, he's back out. He's just crossed the line. How's that? I was sure that was car 8, but we are told Anders Pesu is in a green and white car. Okay, so let's correct this thing. Find car 8. Car 8, where are you? Oh, there he is. He's just, no, that's car 10. Car 10 is green and white. Anders is showing as towards the end of the lap, but there's absolutely no one in the second half of the lap. Car 8 is not out there. So we were on the right lap, right car. So Hugo Tabernon saying hi, how are you? Hi, Hugo. How are you? We're okay. Trying to keep cool, trying to keep hydrated. And I think we're doing okay with the hydration. It's always a very important thing. Pretty warm today, but yeah. Anders, is he now counting out there again? Just pick up any car, Jim, and I will look for Anders. Because there's a bunch of cars just crossing in front of us now. So, Anders must not have the correct number on his car, I think. And the referees haven't noticed because they will shout at him for that. I think if you're saying that Anders is in the green and white car, the only green and white car out there is crossing under Jim right now over the timing loop, and he's in car 10. Yes, this is Anders. Tell Anders he needs to have the right car number in his car. So us not being able to follow him and following the completely wrong car for a while, then not only is that the fault of the car that has the number 8 on it, but it's also Anders' fault because he's got car 10 all over his car. So get him sorted out, Morgan and Mickey. And we still want to hear the story about the 2 left knees thing. That needs to be told. Going over the double-double, and he's about to finish the lap. 1 minute remaining, so we'll do Anders a solid here, and we'll stick with Anders for another lap. And you can see, if you're looking at the timing and you're wondering
why is the time changing and dropping and dropping? It's because just the way the timing system works, it's a rolling clock. So when it's a bit hard to explain, I suppose. When the last at the start of the run, the last driver who hasn't crossed the line, if that makes any sense, will set off the clock. The clock will just continually restart and restart and restart. So I think Anders will be finished at this point. But so Anders in the car 8/10. Time has expired. Oh, and he's off the track. And don't cut it. And he's flamed out. No. Mechanic, the marshal he's not move. He was very slow to move, so apparently the car was still running. But it's not running anymore. So that's what happens if you have the wrong numbers on your car, kids. You're not able to finish your control practice run. Tut, tut, tut. And there's pit lane cam. You see the mechanics looking at that massive screen right in front of them. It's like having a 100-inch screen 5 feet from it. It's got to be like a 50-inch TV or something. You walk right up to it. So there's the finishing order. Jim Thompson finishing top of his control practice group. Not too surprising because, you know, he kind of runs the track. Dudzik not getting started. Okay, so again, just a reminder, tomorrow we are due to be on track for, well, there's an SOP, which is basically track sort of cleanup. 3-minute practice run for everybody. That's supposed to start at 8. However, there will be a different timetable for tomorrow because they're dropping down from 10 groups of qualifying to 9 because there are drivers who haven't shown up. All these DNSs and stuff like that will be removed from the schedule. And also, we're expecting what the British like to call quote-unquote weather, which means rain. We're expecting quite a bit of it. So we don't know how that is going to affect things. Expect it to be fluid, literally, and changeable. So we're expecting 9 qualifying groups tomorrow instead of 10. So we're at the moment we're supposed to start with the track cleanup, what they call the SOP run. I can't remember what it's meant to stand for. Something practice. I don't know. But that's supposed to start at 8 a.m. local time. It's 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. Central European time and midnight if you're in California. Add or subtract from whatever. But we don't know if that's going to actually happen because if it's rainy and muddy, then I don't know. Does it matter? Do you have an SOP? Do you need an SOP? I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But basically, pay attention to live timing. If you go to hnmc.liverc.com, there should be some sort of timetable on there. And we'll see how it all shakes out. So we've got our pit lane cam going, and let's see who Jim will pick up as our first star of Group 6 of Control Practice Round 2. And this is car 1 of Michael Shorey. We've got Michael Shorey from the UK, Philippe Zoragnat from France, Zacharias Villalba Nilsson from Spain, Alexandre Martin from France, Stuart Wilcox and Lee Maggs from UK, Guillaume Marechal from France, Sam Cobley from the UK, they're jumping around already, so Lee Maggs, Colin Welland from Ireland, apparently running a TLR, okay, so that's interesting. We'll try to follow the car 10 as well, because we did have a request for him previously, but first we'll try and catch up with Mick Craddock in the car 11. The cars 11 and 10 are the first two that we're going to try to focus on.
I don't think I've ever seen Mick racing. Has Taro been racing? Has she not been racing? Taro. Taro Craddock? He? No, there's a daughter as well, isn't there? That's it. I knew it was a T name. Anyway, what's happening on the track is we're still looking for car 11, although we're not on car 11. If we're on car 10, it's okay. Car 11, just going down the main straight now. And there's Mick. Not Mike, Mick. It says, I know it says Mike on the thing, but apparently it's a silent E. Well, it would be a silent E anyway, but it's a long I. And there's a tabletop going into the roller section. Whoa, just missing the landing zone there. A little kicker into the finishing sequence. Coming out of the bus stop, little kicker into the double apex left. Mao Graphics. Ciao, guys. Ciao, Don Mao. Where can I see timing and results? It's on hnmc.liverc.com. Yeah, it's not on the MyRCM. And Mao saying, have fun there. So we will certainly do our best. Philippa Plim saying, hello, Philippa. Saying, follow car 3, please. And Mickey Wilson saying, yes, follow car 3. That is Zacharias in the car 3. We'll see he's somewhere in the middle of the track. I think coming over the AstroTurf now. Which car is it? It's the yellow and greeny car with the black wing going into the roller section. One car forward. There we go. And there he goes. This is Zacharias. Going over the double-double. 2 requests to follow Zacharias. Now, Mickey, you do have to tell us what is the deal with Anders and the 2 left knees. What's the story there? We have to know. Matt is absolutely beside himself with worry that he won't know the story behind that by the end of the day. Cam Felton Media, I'll give you the follow request because you're a hero. However, this isn't Nick. This is Frank. He's saying, Nick, can we please follow? Can we follow Lee Maggs, please? Car number 6. A bit of commentator curse would be nice. That's a bit mean. But yes, we will try to follow the car 10 or car 6. Philippa Plim saying, hello everyone on RC Racing TV and hope you have a good weekend at the Euros. We are certainly working on it. We're hoping for a nice cool evening. And we'll let Zacharias, you stay on Zacharias, Jim. I'll look for the car number 10 and see where the car number 10 is of Colin. Just about to finish the lap actually. I knew we'd get another couple of requests for Colin, our Irish racer. So it's the yellow wing car going down the main straight, Jim. A little bit slower on the whip pan. There we go. And decently into the bus stop chicane. See, driver's learning. Cam saying, sorry, Frank, in the middle of a field at Robin Hood Raceway. That's no excuse. Menace Monk saying, commentator curse is just good commentary. Okay, if you say so. Have we followed Lee Maggs? I can't remember. Lee Williams saying, yes, please follow Zach, please. So that, okay, yes, we did follow Zacharias. I'll call him Zacharias. You guys call him Zach. I don't know him yet. I'll call him by his full and official legal name that is in his passport, and I'll ask to see it before I speak with him. That's how I roll. Lee Maggs, though. Did we follow Lee Maggs? Lee is not running. Lee is not running. So I think... Geez, a lot of cars not running. What's going on? Has the transponder system stopped working? Because it's showing there's like 10 cars not completing their lap, but I'm looking at 8 cars on the track. I don't know what's happening. There's 1 minute left. I'm going to look for Lee Maggs, car 6. Now it's caught up. Great. I'm going to look for car 6, who is... I mean, all the timing has restarted itself, though. So somewhere in this gaggle of 8 cars coming across the AstroTurf jump is car number 6 of Lee Maggs. All right. I'm not seeing a car 6 yet. If you see the car 6, Jim, I'm going to hope that you're with him. We are. Okay, there's Lee Maggs. So we'll stick with Lee Maggs till the end of this control practice run. Again, it's not qualifying today. Qualifying is tomorrow. This is just the second round of control practice. Nice into that bus stop chicane. It's a tricky section. But I'm sure, they had 3 rounds of free practice this morning of 5 minutes each. And then there was a lunch break. Nice, long, relaxed lunch break. A very nice Caribbean food van here as well. There we go. There's your commentator curse, Cam, for Lee. Oh, and up on 2 wheels there. I mean, I must say, it took a little bit of time to get a commentator's curse for Lee. Oh, and another car running out of petrol. Just, petrol, listen to me. But, wee. Okay, and backing around. All right, so Mickey Wilson says, the story of the left knees for Anders is old. In the 70s, he always ran circles in school. So the teacher said you must have 2 left knees. As simple as that. I've never heard of that. That sounds like an Irish nun thing at a Catholic school sort of deal. And I can say that because I did go to a Catholic school, so I lived to tell the tale. Right. Okay. So, yeah, another little minor issue with the timing, but at least we caught up with it this time. Zacharias taking winning or doing the best out of that group. I wouldn't call it winning, just doing the best. 3 consecutive laps, again, remember, is what everyone is looking for. It's a 9-minute run as well. On top of that, I did 10 laps in 7:51, so you could probably do 11 or 12 laps, I don't know. S. Collins saying, when are the finals? They are on Sunday. They're all on... Well, there's a pair of finals. The 1/128th finals, A and B, are scheduled to be tomorrow evening. However, as I mentioned before, tomorrow's schedule is fluid because of the fluids that will be coming down and dumping loads of fluid as we expect on the track. So it's going to be rainy, basically. We're going to have lots of weather. And so they're going down from 9 groups to 10 groups to 9 tomorrow. And we'll have a different timetable for tomorrow. So the published timetable, ignore that. basically we'll get all the qualifying in hopefully tomorrow, and depending on how many total qualifiers we have, we may have just the finals on Sunday. The finals just on Sunday. We were due to have 2 of the finals, a pair of 15-minute 1/28 finals on Saturday evening, but that is possible to change. All right, so we'll see who Jim has picked to be our first star. Wow, what a great crash. That is the car number 3 of Barkley. And if you wait just like another couple of seconds, I'll have a last name for you as well. Abernethy. Barkley Abernethy. Fantastic somersault. And what I love about 8-scale cars is that they're so robust that you can do crashes like that and just keep driving. That's fine. Just keep driving. Hardly anything ever comes off of these cars. They're not like tent buggies or touring cars. Although I love touring cars. They're just not robust these days, the racing ones. Oh, that could be trouble. That could be trouble. The zoom of doom, upside down on the main straight. There we go, back where they're supposed to be. All right, so do we have any follow requests for this? This is Control Group 7. We have a request from Olaf Bergstrom. Please follow car number 1 of Niels Lindbeck. So car number 1, you stay with this car, Jim. I will find car number 1, who's somewhere in the middle of the track. So it's probably one of these 4 cars going into the, there we go. Jim's picked them up. Decent landing there. Good acceleration off that little kicker onto the tabletop landing. So there you go, Olaf. Thank you very much for the follow request. If anyone else has a request for a car to follow, do let us know. And as always, our RCTV heroes got the follow priority on our live streams. So what that means is if you hit the join button and go through a couple of steps here and there, and basically it's like a little mini subscription service, which I know everyone hates subscription services now. Everyone's leaving Prime and Netflix and all this stuff, but if you stick with RCTV, you get to have priority follow requests on any live event that we cover. So you could have all sorts of people saying, please follow Masami Hirosaka, who's out on track. And you go, no, I want you to follow Joe Bob McJangles. And we'll go, you know what? Forget Masami. Who's that guy? We're going to find this Joe Bob guy. He sounds way more fun and interesting. And more importantly, one of our RCTV heroes has requested us to follow him. That's the coolest thing. Well, one of the coolest things. The other coolest thing is you get, for as long as you're a member of RCTV heroes, and that is completely not our fault. That is Olaf's fault. Olaf, that's your fault for that crash. RCTV members, hero members, get 10 or sometimes even more % off all merch purchases on rcracingtv.com. That's where you can all find all the coolest RC swag that you can possibly imagine, whether it's RCTV or EFRA or whatever. There's loads of great stuff that's on rctvracing.com. RC Racing TV. icons, and well, you could get special emojis, but we just haven't been bothered to sort them out. But you get bolded names and all that. Johnny S. saying, can we get a commentator's curse on car 3? I love the request. And that is Barkley, who, to be fair, he did have a pretty bad crash even before we started following him properly. But we did follow him for a couple of laps already. If we have no other requests, we will try to follow Barkley again if we can find him out on track. Well, we did follow him for at least a couple minutes at the start of this controlled practice run. I mean, for all I know, we could be following him again. I've already forgotten what color car he was. I think we're on car 1, or I think we're still on Nils. Yeah. Steve Opacic. You're going to have to tell me how to pronounce that, Oppie. I imagine that's why you have a nickname of Oppie, because your last name is like, what? How do I say that? Yes, but the weather is looking good. At the moment. Tomorrow, not so good. Are we back on the 3 now of Barkley? We will try to find him because we don't have any other follow requests. Car 3. This is the 3, yes. So we pre-commentator cursed him at the start. Just did a fantastic somersault. Johnny S. If you scroll back, what is it, about 7.5 minutes, Barkley did an amazing set of somersault rolls into that corner, going after the tabletop, and yeah, it's pretty good. So Steve saying, Opacic. Okay, can deal with that. I'll try to remember that when I see your name in future. But, I mean, we can just keep it simple and just say Oppie. Callum McLaughlin saying, car number 8, please. Nathan McLaughlin, my dad. Look at that. It's like, fantastic. Okay, so let's find the car number 8 out there. And car 8 is somewhere in the middle of the track. Oh, wow. Okay, there's about 6 cars in the middle of the track. So that's not all that massively helpful. But it's one of these cars coming through the hairpin cam. One of these many cars coming through a hairpin cam. And look at this gaggle of horribleness getting caught up on the... There's about 4 cars having to get marshaled all by one. Okay, is this the 8? No. The 8 is 1 car behind. There we go, yes. There's 8 of Nathan McLaughlin. Yeah, Johnny's saying, I saw the start, lost count how many rolls he did. It was impressive, I must say. And like I said, it just shows how strong these buggies are. They're crazy strong nowadays. All of these manufacturers have a really great knowledge of plastics engineering and materials choice, and how much graphite or nylon or whatever the shapes to use and all the stuff. Forget C-hub and pivot ball discussion, all that. It's by the by, to be honest, I think. But the materials and design of these cars nowadays, they're just rock solid. When you can drive a car for, forget 1 hour even for the Worlds. There are races where you can drive these cars for 24 hours. They don't happen often. We certainly haven't been invited to cover them. But, yeah, they just drive and drive and drive and drive. Yeah, Oppie saying, gaggle of horribleness is a classic and it's only practice. It's wild. It's, I can say, racers, they're just going to race. They don't care. They're like, someone faster coming up on me? No, I'm not going to let you by. I'm not going to let you by. It's slowing me down? I don't care. I'm not going to let you by. You just want 3 fast laps in a row. That's all you need. But if you're running a defensive line or going wide and trying to block cars and stuff like that, you're just slowing yourself down. So there's our pit lane cam. You can see, oh, there's Mr. Butler. Last time I saw him, I'm sure he was wearing a Mugen shirt. Right, so Mickey Wilson saying Nils Lindbeck in this heat, the heat that just finished. Car number 1, you can write a book about. Tell me more, Mickey, please. Tell me more. We'd love to have to know some, well, maybe not the dirty stories, but the interesting stories anyway. So yeah, in this next group, that was that was group 7. Group 8 is going to be Christophe Fournette, Virgil Laurent, Ryan Donovan, one of our RCTV heroes, Winston Barnett, Colin Brennan, Dan Hancock, David Rose, Ratadchak Rafal, Bruno Jasmine, Barry Carolyn, Francois Neroni, and Michael Riviere. Track is open. Drivers already heading out onto the track. Some taking their time. You can see at the near end. It's Ashley Patterson, one of our another one of our heroes, I should say, and a couple of other cars down at the end. Oh, that gentleman holding the cars. He lent us the the screwdriver to sort out the RCTV banner, which we're hoping to use. There's a car that's just flamed out. Oh no, he's still going? Or no, you get bumped. Nope, proper flame out. Oh, and then the marshal, unfortunately, a couple people running over his feet. Oh yeah, that was car 1 of Christopher Fournette, or Fournay, I'm not sure. Christopher, and Marshall's busy. So it looks like they've got marshals. I mean, this is the way I think it should happen. Marshals are told to stay out at their position. So if a car breaks or flames out, runs out of fuel, whatever, they have to stay in position because there's plenty of other things that can happen in their area. But it's up to I think, do we have runners actually now? Oh yeah, we do have a runner. Okay, so we do have runners that go out and collect the stricken cars. So the mechanics don't have to run out there. So, obviously in a club race, I guess it depends on the club and the marshal, but sometimes you'll see them walking back with the broken car, but there's a Euros, there's a proper organized Euros, and that marshals are not to leave their post. So let's see who we picked for our first star of heat number 8. Let's see what car this is. around the hairpin, over the big jump. Little, ooh, it's not great. Car number 9, I think that is. Bruno. No, not that Bruno. Bruno Jasmine. Down the main straight into the carousel as another car is just coming out of the pit lane. Into the, ooh, and that car did not make it out into the bus stop chicane very well. Double left apex over the wooden stake rumble strips. Over the AstroTurf jumps. It's the other big jump on track. First visit to the brick section. Oh, and this car just flying past now after a mistake. And that puts Bruno off of his rhythm. Through the roller section. Over the big jump. See how he does over the bigger jump. Decent enough. Over the little AstroTurf double. And then the dirt double-double. Not too slick there. It was all right. I mean, stayed on his wheels. Barring any requests. We do have a request. Ryan and or Colin, please. From... So, Fabrizio Tegesi saying, hi guys. Hello, Fabrizio. A name I recognize. Let's see Colin, because we did follow Ryan for quite a while in the last one. Colin is car number 5, who is somewhere approaching the AstroTurf jumps. And it's the second car going into the roller section, Jim. Over the tabletop now and into the roller section. There we go. That's car 5 of Colin. And we have a request from Rudy Perez to follow car number 6 of Dan Hancock. We will try that. We have a few minutes left. And Oppie saying, a big shout out to Ryan's new teeth, LOL. We'll try to get the new teeth on camera. We already showed Ryan and his new hat, which we love, of course. And it's his birthday as well. Okay, well we'll have to get him get him again as well. So, but car 6 first, because we do have a proper request for that. Car 6 of Dan Hancock. Somewhere in the middle of the track is the pink car, all pink car, going into the roller section now over the tabletop. There we go. Nice little wheelie there, but into the loose stuff, unfortunately. So we'll follow Dan Hancock for a little bit, and then we'll finish off with Ryan and his new teeth and another birthday treat for Ryan. Does that mean he brings us cake? Because he usually brings us cake. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Ryan, if you're listening, I'm sure he's not because he's racing. So this is Dan Hancock. We'll follow Dan, finish off a lap with Dan. I will look for Ryan's car while we're doing that. I think I've spotted him. I have. So there's Dan Hancock in the all-pink car. White wheels, of course, because everyone's on white wheels. No yellow wheels or green or pink or whatever in this event, because everyone's running the same tires. Same tires, wheels, insert, very, very handy. And remember, an on-site bar, as specified by the EFRA handbook. So, Jim, if we drop back, 3 cars now. Nope, 2 more. At the start of there we go. That's car number 3 of Ryan, who's just hit the back of the Marshall. Wow. Wow, I've never seen that. I'm pretty sure this is Ryan. Jeez. It's a day of firsts. Didn't throw him off his stride, though. Ryan's been racing for, well, quite a while. I'm pretty sure it was sponsored by Mirage when I first went there 20-some years ago. You see the size of the track there. Nice smooth entry into the... Whoa, nice pass there on Dan. Here comes Ryan again. No Marshall to hit this time. And he's passed 2 cars. Oh, and he gets passed by Dan. Yeah, 3 and 4. Keep it clean, keep it clean. Still with Ryan. Final minute. Let's see. Arnaud Messe saying, please car number 2 of Virgil Laurent. I'm sure we followed Virgil. We don't have very long to try to... Someone's just come off, actually. Someone just flamed out. That is car 4 is just flamed out. Car 2, Jim, going down the straight into the carousel. That is Virgil. So this is the final lap for everybody. So we'll stay with Virgil until he goes into the pits. And Noah Ben Mohammed says hi. Hi, Noah. How are you? One of our top junior racers. Salut, yes. Ciao. I mean, ciao is like German, French, Italian, everything, isn't it? It's quite a wide coverage. I don't know about Spanish. Probably works for Spanish as well. Does it? I don't know. Let me ask, who's our Spanish contingent? Robert. Mr. Batye. Right, so there we go. So hopefully, yes, Arnaud, apologies for not following Virgil for very long, but we did get that request very late in the qualifying. Let us know, try to let us know in the heat previous. Obviously, this is the last round of the of the day. A couple more races there to go, 9 and 10. But for qualifying, if you do have any follow requests, please try to let us know one race ahead of time.
Yeah, I think the last time it was my birthday at a European event. It was my best result.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm hoping for that year. And it was raining as well in Germany. So
fabulous.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's hope some rain.
Not only do you have a fantastic hat, you have some fantastic new teeth as well.
Well, yeah, it's all going well at the moment, mate. yeah. I'm gonna have to go on Marshall, mate.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Cheers, mate.
Ryan's off to do his duties. I'm sure. We were just taking a moment with him.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. There's a scrutineering tent. All right. All the cars that just came off the track. So the scrutineer is very, very busy. And here's the cars that are coming in. They're all done. You can see. Yeah. Checking tire size. Post race. And look at this. Make sure the width is okay, and there we go. Right. Okay, so Very quick, we'll just show you what there's more and more of the banners there. And we'll show more of this in another moment, but yeah, there we go. All right, so we hope you like that. A little preview of what's to come. Tim Simpson asking, please follow Peter Van Tonder, and that is car 11. So I'm not sure who we've got as our current star of the track. Oh wow! Straight through the banner. That was fantastic. That was great, and another perfect example of how tough these cars are, as long as you're not flaming out. So car 11, stick with that car. Oh, it's the next car going into the carousel, Jim. I think you already spotted him. There we go, perfect. A little bit hard to follow. It's a dark purple with the black wing. But there you go, Tim Simpson. Whether it's your mate or someone you want to have commentator's curse, Peter Van Tonder on the camera. Ooh, nearly missing the top of that double. Getting that, needs to nail that tabletop. And this bit here is a lot of people having trouble with that, but that one's okay. Double here, and then a double. Into the brick section for the third and final time on the lap. Down into the carousel. Full speed. Slow down and brake, because that's the bus stop chicane. Ooh, a little bit too much throttle coming off of that jump. Second biggest jump of the lap there. First visit to the bricks. There's a tabletop. Gets it right that time. Harry Sale saying car 3. No, please. Mick Townsend. Okay. Jim, stick with this car 11, and I will find the car number 3 out there. It's the end of the lap. It's one of these 4 cars, I think. Yeah, it's the blue car with the black wing going into the carousel now, Jim. I think that is it, yes. There we go. There you go, Harry. Over the rumble strips. Again, wood rumble strips, hard-packed oiled dirt, AstroTurf, and bricks. Where else are you going to find 5 different types of surface in a single lap? Oh, nearly doing an endo there. Do the kids call it endos still? Or they call it manuals? Or a stoppie? He's a pretty good little action pack here, but not nailing that. That bus stop is just causing so much trouble for so many drivers. Car number 2 being called for something. Some of these drivers, oh, that is, ugh. Zoom and doom there. That's not good. Okay, let's find another car. Oh, car number 1 request for William White. Let's see where he is on track. I think just started a lap. So it's one of these 2 cars that going through the bus stop. I think one of them is the car we were just with, 3. So I think this is William White. That's not car number 1 though. Is it this one with the red wing again? Because I think it seems familiar. No, it's the car 8. Car 1, I think, is the first of these 3 cars coming underneath us now. Yes, that is William White. Down the main straight into the carousel. Full speed, slow down and brake. Hard for the bus stop. Or that little kicker around the double left apex. Over this jump, over the rumble strips, through the S's, over the AstroTurf jumps. That's the second biggest jump of the track. Over the bricks for the first time, over the double. Oh, and gets it wrong just a bit, but staying ahead. So Champions Roll just keeps rolling through the roller section, around the hairpin, over the big jump, over the AstroTurf double, over the double. Is that really? It's not really a double, is it? I keep calling it that. But there is William White. Another request for car number 4 of Wayne Butler. Buckhorn. So car number 4. Somewhere in the beginning of the lap. It's one of the cars in the beginning of the lap. Jim, if you go to the AstroTurf jumps. It's the pink and green with the clear wing. Or is that white wing? I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. That is Wayne Buckhorn. So there's 1 lap left for Wayne. 35 seconds remaining on the master clock. Wayne Buckhorn going into the roller section. Oh, and just getting a little bit wrong, but still managing to roll on the wheels, so it's all right. That's the thing about the 8th buggies, is when they start to roll, hopefully you keep the momentum going and you don't end up flat on the wing and running out of fuel just at the very end. No, and missing out on that lap. It doesn't matter though. For qualifying it would. It would be a big deal in qualifying. Fastest seat up next. Last and fastest heat about to go out. Heat number 10 of 10. Remember, tomorrow we start, well, at the moment we're scheduled to start at 8 a.m. That's British summer time. So it's Central European time minus 1 hour. Just keep that in mind. Although the time schedule for tomorrow will change, will definitely change, because we're going to have some, we're expecting a lot of rain basically. And we're also going to go down to 9 rounds of drivers instead of 10. And also, what else is there? We're going to have, we will be broadcasting the live, the opening ceremony. So keep your eyes peeled for notifications. And the way to do that, on YouTube, just hit subscribe and hit the bell button. Okay? So hit subscribe and hit the bell button. And you will hit, you'll get a notification basically. On whatever device you're using, all of your devices will ring. Grandma's hearing aids, your brother's smartwatch, everything will ding dong at what is supposed to be 6:30 British summertime. So in this one, we didn't follow Neil Cragg or Lee Martin in the last one, really. We also have a surprise guest, I suppose, that we can follow. So let's follow cars number 4 and 5 first, because we spent a lot of time following Graham, Alsop, and I can't remember who else we followed. But we didn't follow Lee. That's car number 5. I think we're on Lee now. I think that's Lee. And look at that. He knows how to take these jumps. Oh! What happened? Oh, okay, he's waiting. He's waiting. See? That's what a smart racer does. He doesn't race when he doesn't need to. Gives himself some space. And getting a little sideways there into the bus stop. Lee Martin here, I believe 3-time European champion in 10th Buggy. And he's still a good one. A little grayer, but a lot wiser on the track. And who's he chasing down? Car number 1 of Martin. Oh, and he got stuck and hung up. Yeah, it's okay. So make this one a clean lap, Lee. You still have a gap to everybody. He could have actually made himself a bigger gap, but now he's already right on the back of the cars he was just tangling with. So we'll follow this lap, and then we'll move to Neil. With this lap and maybe another one if it's a good one. Ooh, nice. Threading the needle there. That's what you got to do in these cases. Force the mistake and then don't get hung up with their drama. Okay. Okay, so stick with this one, Jim. Stick with Lee for a bit, and we'll try to follow our surprise guest. Is he still running? I don't think he's running. Let's see if he's out there. Well, we'll move to... David, we're looking for him. He may be in the pits. Okay, so the car 10 is the pink car with the black wing, just coming into the bus stop chicane now. There we go. It's Jerome Sartell, the Pink Panther himself. So that request is for Fabian Dobat, one of our heroes. And David, one of our other heroes, as we said, we think he's out there. And once I find him on track, I think he's out running again. Yes, he is. Okay, so Fabian, we did follow Jerome for many, many laps. So we are going to move to JQ. So coming over the big jump, the green car, Jim, the green car with the clear wing is Mr. Joseph Quagrain himself, going over the double-double. There we go. There's Mr. Quagrain. Travis, is anyone racing the new MP11? I highly doubt it. I think if there would be, I believe that would be like Renault Savoia or Ricardo Berton, but they are not here because they're not 40-plus racers. So we'll follow JQ for a bit here because, to be fair, he wasn't present at all in the first round of control practice, leaving it to the death to put down some fast laps. At the moment, running 11th. He's just leapt up, though, to 5th with that lap. So we'll follow him for a couple more laps because he might be... JQ just went from 11th to 5th. In the rankings. Yeah, he's right there. Matt likes to play with the young'uns. It's not cool, it's sick. Oh, he's just done a sick crash though. But he's still on his wheels, and he's being passed now by Lee Martin. Oh, Lee has just stopped to give himself some space again. So I think that's very risky, actually. Leaving it, that's putting it all down on his last 3 laps here. I mean, he's not doing bad. Lee is actually winning this one. He's doing the best. Remember, Alsop had the fastest overall time, 3 laps, I should say, fastest 3 consecutive laps. Then it was Jerome Sartell, then Lee Martin, Neil Craig, and Zacharias Villalba-Nilsson. That was the top 5 from controlled practice round 1. JQ was not even present for that. He was, I don't know, hitting the trolley bar on the train on the way up here. Who knows? But where is he? He's down in 7th. So as far as we know, he was not here at all for free practice this morning. Oh, and he's over. But he makes these little mistakes, but he ends up on his wheels every time. Oh, another little mistake. It cost him a few seconds this lap. Again, this is the final run of the day. We will be back live at approximately 6. I thought he was running out of fuel there. We will be back approximately 6:30 p.m. for the live opening ceremony. We'll be talking to as many of the top racers as we can to get their thoughts and feelings and words and emotions and faces and things. And we'll be back, we think, at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Well, no, sometime after 8. Sometime between 8 and 9 tomorrow. The timetable says Q1 starts at 9:10, but that is subject to change. We're not going to show the track cleaning practice because the track is very likely to be
sodden with water. We don't know what the timetable is going to be for tomorrow. Maybe by the time we come back for the opening ceremony, we'll know. But here, we're still following JQ from Finland. I'm assuming he's the only Finnish driver, Finnish team manager, and Mayako team manager. He was popped up into 5th, but now he's down. Whoa, stuck in the fence. And that's time expired. So this is JQ's last go. Okay, so for now, we're going to sign off. But remember, follow us on Facebook or EFRA on Facebook, or subscribe to the EFRA or RC Racing TV YouTube channels and hit the bell icon so you get the notification message on all of your various devices, so you know when we're live for the opening ceremony, which is going to be in approximately an hour and a quarter or so. So we'll see you back very soon. This is the EFRA 1/8 Buggy 40+ euros for 2025. Thank you to Elasy Tuned for being our title sponsor, and we'll see you very soon.